Hi, folks. Fiddling while all this camera is set up. Well, maybe that's better. I'll learn what I'm doing eventually. I'm teaching friends Meonics, Meonics. Meonics as a training program, as a major that you take in college. Meonics is beginning to be misunderstood no more, but creating a me. Meonics is creating a me who's in life and abundant too with it. Connected we are, a life not frozen in time and space again. I want to share with you leadership is about Meonics, and what I teach, Meonics, is about leadership. And the leadership that I teach is inextricable from Meonics, a path, a structure. It's something you do to become. This is not a transference of information. I do not teach for the purpose of adding to your reservoir, your repertoire of data, information. I teach for you to lead out of where you've been, to lead in the leadership of me, to be me, the beholden to no one else for any other reason, but to be the autonomous you in an education program, an educational system, a system that you prove your worth not to someone else, but you provide the autonomy, the circuitry, the power, the light, the energy, the body, the consciousness. You see, learning leadership is a process, and listening won't get you there. Listening is not enough. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for caring for my words. Thank you for going now farther than you've ever imagined in the leadership development of you. Listening to your words inside of you, not just mine, but beginning to open your own kingdom, your kingdom of light, with your path uniquely you. Not just mine that I've trod, that I give you examples from, but you, oh friend, and be my friend who changes the world. Listening is not enough, my friend. Listening is like step one. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for increasingly being confident to be not afraid of me, my words that accelerate yours. The coming forth of shame, not but something new, intangible, spoken word, created word, word creating word, word creating energy, energy creating word, that which is creating a body of light, no longer limited to the molecular. You see, Meonics is about fashioning something new, a new race, a new me, not incorporated in you, not, or are you changing everything that you intertwine, that you interweave, that you exchange energy with this day? Listening is appropriate, it's crucial, it's essential. But how you listen and what you do with what you're learning makes all the difference. And learning is the first level, step one. Learning, listening to learn, learning to listen. Listening to these words now, if you are in the School of Angelic Consciousness, I invite you to enroll formally. Let me know you're here. Send me a note, Box 34, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. But you don't have to. You don't even have to pay me. I'm asking you to be the royal you and do what you want. Become conscious, become generous, become kind, become the leader you are, not just listening to these words. I'm asking you to leadership develop in you the leadership of and understand how the school works. The school that I said I wouldn't start, the school that I said I cannot start, the school I've given different names a dozen times over the last 20 years trying to start. But my word starts a revolution, a revelation. Listening is not enough. How you listen, what motive you are listening with makes all the difference. Are you listening with your pen in hand? If you're in this school, if you're serious about leadership, recognition not, but the resurrection of the real you, that's where the me comes in. Me, the me that's you in your mirror, the me, the distributed network, the me that is the consciousness of one, a complete network, community too. Meonics is a structure. Meonics is a path to education, not it is the education. Will you listen to learn, or will you listen to become and transform you into something else that needs not molecules to eat or breath to breathe with? Are you becoming the spirit of you, re-engineered, not by sorrow? I ask a lot of questions. Listening is important, crucial, fundamental. But I'm asking you to go beyond what you've ever done before, to listen to these words, to transform you, to leadership develop now in you, and take off your robe of inability. Take off, abolish your thoughts of unworthiness or who cares. Begin to ask new questions. Begin to do new things. Write new people. You can write me. Tell me your story. If you're listening to these words, I appreciate it. I honor you. I thank you. But I have this sense that listening, you see, this is maybe an arbitrary number, but you're getting maybe 10% of its value. You're getting maybe 10%, 5%, 5 or 10% of its value, because this energy is coming to you. You hear it. You hear my voice. You see my picture if you're watching on YouTube. If you watch the video, if you study these videos. So you're encountering an energy. A what? An energy of these words. Images, ideas, nomenclature, lexicon, diction, and grammar. And how you interpret it makes all the difference in what you do with it, and it does with you, or for you, or as you, if you're surrendering to be the words you're hearing. You can filter out what you want to. You can glean, be a gleaner. I've used that word many times. So if you're serious about learning leadership in this school of angelic consciousness, get a recorder, my friend. And whatever this means to you, however you achieve this is up to you. Uniquely you, autonomous you, not led specifically by me to give you all of the crucial details. This is Leadership Development 101. You figure it out. You figure out how to download these videos, how to record what I'm saying, so that you can listen to it and re-listen to it and get what's being said, not just for your ears, but your mind, your heart, your spirit, your being. No longer an add-on to information. This is about transformation of you becoming powerless, not again. Do you hear me? Please hear me. Please understand. Please take action. Action. Pick up your pen. Write me. I'm starting to do this. And if you don't write me, write someone you care about. But emit word. Emit energy. Invoke the power of you, your energy, your being, through the words that you choose to articulate you in about what you're doing and forming now and why. Do you see what I've said? I'm not asking you to meditate on these words. You can ponder these words. You can study them. But will you let them grow in you? Will you connect? The eagle fare, not again, one word, EAGLEFARE. Not the words that train you to be eagletons or under the authority of other people, posing as gods, select, the designated of God, people ordained, walking around in their robes with rings and declaring they're a prophet, preacher, priest, or king. Give them not the time of day. Behold the leadership that comes forth in the led by failure no more, led by God no more of a different, distant Egyptry, or book which declares that your righteousness is filthy rags and a God some deity in the sky somewhere afar off is keeping record of everything you say, every thought, and you're trying to appease your way into a blissful framework to believe in so that everything you think may be okay, better when you die. Let's live. Let's live and let's have life. And let's share it and create community among the heavens, the cosmos of our originality. This is where love comes into play in action. I just thought of that verse. Faith without works is dead. I'm asking you to grow a new you. And I have this sense, this idea I mentioned a moment ago. If you're listening to these words and only listening, good, I'm glad you're listening, but take it farther. Let's go. Create a school? Oh my gosh. Well, maybe that's too big of an objective. Create a new you, fabricate you without a life of sorrow? Well, maybe that's too big to understand. Begin where you are. Listening to the consciousness of the angels. Who else would you listen to for comfort? Where are you going to come? I'm asking you to take you to no one else. I'm asking you to come inside and honor the real you. The real you, the regal you that has the answers, not just the answers. You see, if in school, teacher mentions a few new things, gives you a test, gives you all the answers, have you learned it or just memorized it? Or do you remember it just for a moment? Have you transferred that information to anyone else? Have you taught the love that comes along with it, or the love, the motivation from it, to share openly, generously, without any quid pro quo? Are you willing to change what you think, believe, sign, see, commit to, do every day? The basis for Meonics came about as I began to channel. When I began to channel, March 2003. I call it channel. I used to just call it write the words of God, because that's what I was seeking. That's what I sought. That's what I got. But I got more. I got more than I ever thought. I never thought God would talk to me this way. I had no precedent except for a few people in the Bible. Isaiah, I like him. Yeah, the man that went naked for 3 years, believe it or not. Went naked for 3 years and has a whole book in the Bible. Worth noting. He said, Will you give people beauty for ashes? Will you be kind? Will you know? Will you lead? Will you learn? Will you listen? Will you no longer sit on a pew and hope Jesus comes and tears things apart, or tears down the tyranny, abolishes the misogyny, end patriarchy? Will you do it? You're the appointed. You're the narrator, the scriptwriter, the anonymizer, no more the anonymous of. Will you take hold and let you know what you are? Will you be the spirit of you, conversing not with folly, the spirit guides of? Or will you guide you no more into a spirituality of the church, or Christendom, Christianity, some kind of rigmarole to keep you abated and keep you under the breath of people who want to put you under their authority. I'm asking you to do more than listen. I'm asking you to come out. I'm asking you to record these words and listen to them and let them soak into you. Let them originate something. Let the energy that you observe not just be the observation of, but encountering the energy of release of the freedom of the angels to consciously be aware, becoming aware of your freedom, your power to initiate freedom in each other, relinquishing it so that you have control no more over yourself? Or am I talking about the animistic, animated, physical, physique, the ego of? That you relinquish and you begin to operate in a power of unconditional love that has no agenda. Love with no agenda, pretty powerful. Because it originates. So I have this sense, kind of a recurring image, like almost of you, me, standing in a stream. A really pleasant, gorgeous, beautiful, clear, stream. And it's like I have this picture kind of sense of like just standing in that stream, just enjoying the beauty, the grandeur of the place, the woods, the setting, whatever you imagine that's so blissful. You're in the stream, and all of this water is just flowing by you in some kind of blissful, not really a massage, but you feel it, and it's just wonderful. And this flow of energy, water, is going by you. So you feel this water going by you, and you enjoy the time, you enjoy this experience, and you feel its effects on you. But there's more to the story. It's like this feeling, this experience, this energy going by you, my words going by you through your ears, through your mind, your being encountering your consciousness is like it's all going by you because you're listening. And I'm asking you not to stop the flow. I'm asking you to see all that's really there, all that's really here, all that's being encountered as you listen, so that you record these words and you listen again. I often have listened many times, 2, 3, or more times, to what I share like this throughout the day at different times. Sometimes when I take a walk about town. But if you're serious, now this is how I began and what I did for years. Note every word that I use that you don't know the definition of. Note it, write it down, look it up. Look it up in the dictionary, encyclopedia, online. Look it up in the Bible. Look it up in my words, TheodoreCottingham.com, and go to the Angelic Consciousness Bible. It's 4 times the size of the Christian Bible, so there's a lot of words there. There's quite a vocabulary, actually. I forget how many, 30 or 40,000 unique words, at least according to my little indexer. And over 4 million words total. There's lots of countries. You are creating a new consciousness if you're in this school. This is the school of angelic consciousness, creating the Creator again, to no longer be under folly or follow something, anything that puts you in a grave. I'm asking you to come out of everything that's been engraven on you and come out of serving all of your idols. Your idol, your idol, your idol, an idea. All of your ideas that you idolize, that you think with such certainty you're so sure about. The King, the Christ, the church, communion, salvation, healing. If you're serious about me, be me, who looks like you. Your clothes, your climate, your city, your state, your beauty, your power. Be my hands and feet. Or will I be you? Will you do John 14:12? Not just memorize it. Will you be it? If you believe in me, you'll do the things I did and greater. Will you do them now? Well, you see, there's more to these words. So you listen, step one. You write down, you make notes, you record this, you re-listen. So I had a spiral notebook, hundreds of them, that I filled day by day as I would re-listen to the lesson. And that's what this is. This is a lesson for transformation. And for transformation, it's your transformation. You lead it, not someone else. This is about you leading your salvation, not your transformation, your reformation, the reformation, the mind, the consciousness of the angelic ubiquity of one, where you're no longer limited to your cranium, your consciousness of you, whether you think it's between your ears or not. Will you be no longer classical physics led by, nor the classical definitions that so many have grown up with? I'm asking you to lead you out of where you have been and do things you never thought or imagined that you would do or could do, but now can, because someone believes in you. I see your beauty. I feel your power, your presence, your honor, the way that you can honor other people. Taking this message not to espouse a philosophy, but to become the lead no more in your shoes, taking the gospel of peace, not a religious atonement about, or will you show them who care for you or who hate you, spit in your face, will you still tell them you love them? And go about your way and do the things you want to do among the heavens. This is the angelic network of one. Community building, not an empire of faith, not on a foundation that leaves you grasping for air or another dollar. This is something new. Meonics. You see, I mentioned the word energy a whole lot this year. So many religious people want to religiousize everything and put it in their context with their nomenclature, with their descriptions. They want to control the narrative by how they assemble the words that describe everything to you so that they tell you about things and emasculate you at the same time so that you don't think you can do the miracles. You sit there waiting on God, God, God to do everything. My friend, I'm asking you to take your shoes off, not for another, some holy, sacred place, because there is nothing more sacred and holy than your mind, than you. You, my friend. Because you, love, are in place. You have life, breath upon this planet now. Now make it count, not see what you've done to other people or see what other people have done to you. Now see a different race. See the enigma machines no more controlling you in their power of molecular breath waves, packets of quantum effects with, or are you changing? I'm asking you, listening is great, but listening won't cut it. Not if you really want to know the truth. Because if you really, yes, really want to know the truth, you become it. There's no division. You become the truth in the stream that waters you to no longer need breath or live the life, the fantasy of, the illusion, the molecular. This is, pardon me, pardon me. This is about Meonics. Meonics is about you, the breath of you to create you in the living word. The living word, the living word, the living that has life, biological life, spiritual life. Maybe not limited to the molecular life. Meons. A meon is a particle. Sparticle, or do you know what that is? Or will you love science? Will you love revelation? Will you put things together, assemble a puzzle? Will you assimilate? Will you grow you in the nature of God, not your image of, but your own creation in love, loving love, and loving each other? To be the generous truth about, truth with. Pardon. Listening is not enough to develop your leadership. And I am not leading you, teaching you, asking, inviting you to listen, to learn, to be sitting on a pew, doing what you've always done, expecting something better or someone else to do it because you're afraid or you don't know how or you don't have enough confidence. I'm asking you to create confidence in each other. I'm asking you to complement, create. I'm asking you to be infantile no more in your approach, no more the gullible naive. This is the school of angelic consciousness, creating the angelic consciousness network and the community of the afraid no more. Listening, step one, thank you. Listen to these words, record them, listen to them again. And when you listen to them the second time, I always notice things being said that I consider significant, that I didn't catch, that I didn't recognize, I didn't realize the first time. and I make notes. So I said, get a spiral notebook, get a 3-ring notebook. You're in school. If you're in the school, be in the school. Learn, listen, this learning system. Meonics, studying meology to be the real you, so that when you look in your mirror, you are not afraid of the lion in the street. You're not aware of false teachers, because you begun to wash yourself with the truth of the word, that you begin to let the living word no longer be encapsulated in a leather book. You no longer let the interpretation of some leaders fashion your life and what you do with it. I'm asking you to be the autonomous, led no more by other people, but where you take authority, responsibility for you. You have authority. Please don't abate it. Don't cast it aside. Don't give it to someone else. Don't pledge it to another mental deity, another person, visible or not. Take your ring off, not, or will you have none, in your nose again, led around by someone else. The cosmos is great, not, but the cosmos is open. The door is inside of you for all things that I speak of, with love, loving love, asking you to generate love as you, the body of, so that people around you on this earth will see love in 2 shoes, and you will know how to do John 14:12. You'll be like, is it John 3:8? The wind, the Spirit. Those who are instructed bring forth from the old and the new. The old has been in leather books and protected by people in old wineskins called flesh. But the new covenant is arising, or the new you, the new race of beings not led by the breath of fools who want to tell you it's all done for you except the vicarious atonement. Jesus will come. The earth will be okay. The rivers will be cleaned up. And he will manage his kingdom. And you won't need to work again. You just R&R by the beach. Listening is a beginning. You encountered me. You learned of me. You learned of my teaching. You learned and decided you weren't afraid. Thank you. And you listen. You're here now. You're listening. Thank you. Record. Make notes. Begin to connect. Because when you begin to connect other words, other phrases that expand the meaning, expand your understanding, your tree of life grows. And I'm inviting you to grow it exponentially, not just commensurately with your listening, but where you are actively engaged in the spirit of life, the process of truth, growing it in your tree of life, your consciousness, your existence, so that when other people are having their mental breakdown, existential crisis, worried about the world's problems, you walk confidently about, because you're not limited to the food on the shelves of your grocery store, nor the paycheck that may never come again. Because you enter the cosmos inside of you. You enter the path of light, becoming the path of light, where the word is released for you to begin to channel like this, where you're no longer led by the words that have become lethal, the words, the phrases, the narrative that legalizes marriage or causes you to think it's inevitable to die. Pardon. Record these words, listen multiple times and make notes. But here, now listen. You see, there's more to the story. Listening is great. But I have a website, a reference point, a hub for the energy distribution. Did you catch that phrase yesterday? My website is a energy distribution center. Oh. So if you make notes and you learn this learning system, you learn to assimilate, you learn to look for clues, dear detective. Columbo not, or will you change your marple mysteries, or will you agonize, know more about the things that you don't know how to do, but learn how to do them, be them, becoming the afraid no more. You see, there's a Bible for you, now new, a Bible. A Bible, only 20 years old. It's on my website. The Bible of the angelic consciousness of one. The Bible of the angels. So look up. So if I come here, so today my website looks like this. I have a picture of angels and people learning, studying. Doing more than listening, but allowing the consciousness to infiltrate, to permeate, to flow through you, not just through your ears, in one, out the other. But this is where you are becoming the word, not just hearers only, please. Where you become. And you see, so right here on the menu, search the Bible of Angel Consciousness. So at the moment, this is what it looks like. And if you've been to my website, you've seen it. And you see there's a little search box here. And you type in. So if you type in Meonics and click submit, you'll see it says 89 results. So you see the little hyperlink in blue. You double click that hyperlink and it will open the file of that lesson. These are all PDF files. So if I click one, so this is database 1 dot volume 1 dot lesson 154. I give you me. I give you all of 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 me. I've said it so many times, so many ways. I say it again, and I will say it so many ways since, forthwith, so many opportunities coming to you to proclaim my me, my mead ones. M-E''D. See, you are as me. See me, see us as one. See what I have done. See you before time. See, allow your thinking to change. Allow your neurons not to abate you. Allow your neurons to process some new energy. See you and me before time began, and limit me not to time and space in your place that you think is so small. So there's 89 lessons which mention the word Meonics. And you can look up meology. You can look up England, Africa. And as you look up, you'll encounter the lookup function. I mentioned this yesterday. Lookup, one word. Whether it's in one word or two words, you begin to have an ear for that which really matters, for a cue, a clue to connect to something else. Where you begin to not worship what you think you already know, you begin to expand what you're open to listening to that comes forth from within you, so that you begin to hear new thoughts, think new ways, new energy with, where you're not just listening to all the stuff being said by others on the news or around the church world or whatever world you've been lingering around. So Meonics, if you're in this school, please do something you've never done before in a way that you've never done before, surrenderingly, consciously, bringing forth not the anonymous you, but the conscious you, and no longer be afraid of your power. To write me a snail mail letter, or do something you've never done. Get a little recorder, start recording these, start listening to them again. Get a spiral notebook, start writing the key phrases and begin to link them. And one of the things, if you do, write 3 or 4 pages of notes maybe, significant phrases and ideas, words that you want to look up. You'll find that many times within those 3 or 4 or 5 pages of notes that you make from this lesson that I'm giving you now today, like this, explaining Meonics, when you go through and you read 1.2.154, and you, especially if you print it out, okay, so yeah, it's 7 pages long. You print it out, you start underlining things. And all of a sudden, in something that came forth there 20 years ago, the Bible for the consciousness of the angelic who surrender to become the power of angels, the unlimited power of one, a consciousness with, you become conscious that something there speaks to something that I said yesterday, that you thought of maybe when you were at a red light, or you were at work, or walking along the trail, your path of life. Let the unlimited you come forth. You have power. People will tell you to use it, discover it, and use it. This is not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have power to control Earth Knot. You can have an agenda, and most people do. Multiple layers of agenda create their reality. But I'm asking you not to be afraid of your power, but recognize it and surrender to come into love, to be not the love of power, but the power of unconditional love, where you heal everywhere you walk, with every look, every glance, every thought. The power of unconditional love to radiate healing, to radiate love, and let this world be a different place. Let new thoughts come. Let the generator of the meon, the particle, you hear the particles. You're hearing, feeling, thinking, new thoughts. I hope so. Expand your world to no longer be led by flesh. So you begin to see there's more. You begin to connect. Your vocabulary begins to expand. Look up every word you don't know. Try to remember it. Use it. Connect it. You forget, look it up again. There's no condemnation in perfect love. None. There's no blame. There's no shame. There's no assessment of you in this school to whether you're doing right or wrong, good or bad. It's all up to you. It's your kingdom. Some people call it life. Leadership. Leadership is about leading. It's not about making followers. That's not the kind of leadership that I teach. I teach leadership that develops within you, inside of you, whether anybody's looking, listening, or following or not. This is not about numbers. Numbers is not a gauge to your success or your ability to lead. Reframe your world. There's a new world coming for you who create it. For you are at the creators of the consciousness, where you no longer shield you from you, and you let your love out, and you're not afraid. There are people in this school that I know not of. Maybe you. I talk about Meonics, meology. Meonics is a structure. Meonics is a path. My words have given you invitation repeatedly to come into my word, study my word, to become your word, where you begin to invite correction, indemnity not, or will you change? Indemnification of insurance, or need you none, or are you changing? You see, I can go on and on, but honestly, I'm going to play pickleball. 53 minutes, I don't know. It seems like a lot of times I just wind up about an hour. I invite you to go further, farther, faster than just listening will get you or take you. I'm inviting you to record, to download, get other apps on your phone, or find out, get another device, get something so you can re-listen to these. Listen to them on YouTube again and again. Make notes. This is crucial. This is a process of growing the new you because you're the creator. Be anonymous no more to you, thinking your creator is in the sky. an old man at a big desk with a big gavel that will judge you when you die. All that narrative fades away rather quickly when you begin to realize the love that will come forth from your lips for you, where you begin to nurture the real you. Are you hearing me? Where you begin to learn the power of authority. You're no longer under someone else's, where the autonomous learning system of one creates the consciousness of the creator. You becoming one. The creator, the created, the creator creation, the consciousness that is no longer aborting itself to be used by death machines, a force that is so loving not but represents itself as God or God as love, but it all has an agenda. It's all inexplicable not, or does it create its own mystique and then corroborates it in self-validating ways? I'm asking you to be not afraid of you. Be not afraid of the original you. Be not afraid of the cosmos, the consciousness of angels, of sharing with generosity that you've never imagined. Where you begin to write and you're no longer afraid of making a mistake or a stray word, because you understand, because you've searched the Bible of the angelic consciousness that tells you, don't worry about writing a stray word as you stand in the stream of this energy, where you come inside of you, where you listen and begin to learn from you, not just me, Theodore, but you, where you begin to take authority for your own word, the generation of peace, loving kindness, gentleness, recognizing there's no power greater than you. You begin to see that I reference what's in this Bible many times every time I teach, because I have spent time, effort, energy in these words, and these are my words, my basis for reality, not limited to yours, who think the molecular world is really real. And you know that if you write a stray word channeling the love of one, the consciousness of the angels, you write a stray word, worry not. You find this in these words. I will come caressingly correct you. So all the ideas of a God who keeps track of everything so that it can enjoy vengeance upon its enemies. Not my God, not my source, and I'm not subject to that force, and neither are you. But if you don't know that, you can't walk through the war and be unscathed. The war of ceremony not, or the war of religion. The war of impunity not, or are you changing what you know? Will you impugn you no more? Will you begin to learn what Meonics is? This is about you, not me. This is about the message, not is it about the development of leadership for you to accelerate, not in the acceleratrons of other, or will you change your tronics into meonics now? Not just the elect of, or will you elect a new president, a new king, or will you be the operational power of you now, unafraid of your ability to heal, to love, to do all the miracles Jesus did and more? Will you share your love, your light, your knowledge? Will you listen to these words but take action? Will you get a notebook and begin to write notes? Will you begin to make note of every phrase and every word you don't know and look them up in this Bible of angelic consciousness and begin to link and begin to listen and begin to learn new nomenclature, learn a new lexicon, learn that you have the power to learn acceleratedly, no longer commensurate with the clock. That this learning system opens the door, the path is inside of you, opens the door to learn by download, by listening, by learning, by download, by meeting with the angels in the wee hours. Are you willing to set your alarm for 2 a.m. and get up and meet with who you cannot see, to listen to what you cannot hear, because it comes forth within you as an energy, no longer afraid of a New Age movement or New Age terms or anything anybody wants to create fear in you with? Will you learn a new learning system? This is Meonics, and I've only begun. I've only begun to touch the surface. I've only begun to speak to this in articulate ways, to articulate, hopefully, increasingly ways that you can understand, to behold and take action. With your pen to write. A creation process. Write. Let your word come forth. Genesis 1:1, let there be light. Let there be this energy, light. Light energy, light love. An energy, energeia. An energy, meons. Meologic. Not logical, led by. Sometimes it makes no sense at all. Sometimes the words you channel may seem like a bunch of gobbledygook, but don't toss it aside. You may learn there's a lot more to what you didn't value at one point, that you begin to learn what the value is, to see beyond the sight, no longer limited to our 2 eyes or our 2 ears or the comprehension that intellect deciphers. You're no longer led by the intellect, the deciphering machine, the neurons, the language of people on earth, if you're willing to operate with the consciousness of angels who create the living word, no longer conquered by what you see, hear, or feel. No longer be led by your 5 sense mind. Create the consciousness of the angels in Meonics. And write and share. And you'll find your desire expands, and you will experience the clarion call to share with others. Remember? Do you remember? Yesterday, I mentioned that phrase again, the clarion call. Did you look it up? Did you look it up in the Bible of angelic consciousness? Will you? Will you look up the word clarion in my videos? I imagine I've used the word in some titles. You could probably find it. And don't limit yourself to that. Investigate the Bible of angelic consciousness and see what's connected to expand your and accelerate your learning system. And don't stop there. On my website, I also have a link that I now just have labeled Search Personal Postings. So if I tap that, you'll see, welcome, welcome. You can search 10 years of my postings, and there's over 2,000 posts. Some of them contain links no longer active. I'm sorry for that. But in changing website and web host over these 20 years, there have been many changes. But there are many things I've written that may be of value to you. Value how? Value of an energy that brings light to your kingdom, your power, your authority, not mine. This is not about me, Theodore. This is about you, Meonics, the real you in your mirror. The one to do the miracles now. The one to heal the famine, to raise the dead, to change the world. Rise up. In love, to be love, to become love, in a systematic process, a structured path framework called Meonics. It's the study of meology, you being the real you in your mirror. So that this, you see, is the school of you. And that's what you hear, feel, and become when I talk about the school of me. Meonics, it's euonics. And you begin to understand, see, feel, think, become. No longer subject to the words that have bred you to be an energy supply for other. I go now. I'm doing a new thing, and I'm doing it with the Christians not. I'm doing it with every person who will be me, every person who will be love in two shoes. Love without an agenda. Love that doesn't enforce a quid pro quo. But just because love loves love. And love is what we do because it's what we are. And we regenerate us in the kindness of one, not the flesh life of sovereign other that takes it to a death machine. I love you. Be the life of one, the angelic consciousness of the unafraid. I love you. Write me. Do something you've never done. This is about leadership. And this is explanation one, not, or have I at times explained Meonics the best I could. Multiple times. In my way of thinking, not limited to intellectual logic, but with all the maturity I could operate with, to listen, to channel the energy, the love. The word is inside of you. The words of the King are possessed by the King, not, but are the King, the energy, your path of light within you, the palace, the light, the new world, the unlimited cosmos. let you in it of someone else not, and let no one limit yours. Bring forth the word and have the babies of light where you make the connections now, where you connect words, thoughts, phrases, moments of ignition, where there's a catalyst, some kind of explosion of light, revelation, energy, a thought. Where I'm speaking and you listen, you re-listen, you make notes, you look up in these postings, you look up in this Hub Central data, in the Bible of Angelic Consciousness, for you to consciously enter a learning system that does not limit you, because it's within you, along with these words, where you begin to share. And at your table of one will eventually be 10. And 10 will share your consciousness. And you will share theirs in a momentary response, not the unequal of, but there will be an energy that comes forth, you see. And eventually, everyone at your table of 10 will go out. And still, at times, meeting at your table with that 10, each one will begin a table of one to begin to have a table of 10. It's exponential, and it's unstoppable. It's unlimited, and it's the feature of the original you. So be not afraid of all that comes your way. Let not your heart be troubled. Believe in me not. Believe in that guy, that girl in your mirror, and love each other. Thank you. Theodore Cottingham, asking you to lead, asking you to love, take authority, begin to operate in your authority, and begin to lead and be the love in your shoes. My hands and feet, all one. Because there's a general consciousness of consensus not, but the consensus of following a lamb to slaughter will no more be. I change it all. Will you now? Change it all. Let your kingdom be open, and no more sacrifice you to a sovereign God, because that mental deity will no more exist, but you will. I love you. TheodoreCottingham.com. Write me. If you want to help me with expenses, I appreciate it. Website hosting, plug-in cost, all that kind of jazz. I love you all. Be the generous lover of love. Heal love and see love in every person, and sign nothing that takes your love away from you. I love you. Thank you. Be the real you. That's what Meonics is about. Bottom line. Entering the love, the consciousness. A reality that is beyond the scope of our knowing and comprehension no more. The entering, we enter our kingdom through within. Surrendering to be the key. We are it. I love you all. Okay, pickleball time. I'm late. I'm in love. Well, I love you. I love this energy. I am this energy. I'm human. Or am I not human? Or am I both and? Or are you seeing a different angel story now? Be the angels who land here not, or are you growing a new race? Or are you no longer afraid of anything now. Because you love love. Be the lovers and love all equally. Good day. Theodore Cottingham. Thank you again. I love you. Good day.